Hi, this is Matt from GoRendezvous. Today we'll take a look at billing and how to properly and efficiently manage that through your platform. So first of all, first thing to know, every time there's an appointment booked in your calendar, there is an invoice attached because when you've created your services, you've set a price for each of your service. So in the appointment itself, you have a billing tab here. So on the billing tab, you'll see the total or the amount for that service you've set. You also see taxes here. So if you do charge taxes, you can add them to your platform, so they'll be added automatically to your invoices. If you don't charge taxes, no problem. They won't be on there, so you'll have a flat fee. If you want to adjust the amount to that specific appointment, you can use that little button there to modify the amount you're charging. You can quickly click on that and set a new price. If you want to modify or view your invoice, you can also click on that little invoice button there. When you click on that, you'll generate the invoice for your client here with all the information as the invoice number, invoice date, and the service for what that invoice has been created for. You can edit the service right here, whether by changing service, if ever that's a need, changing the service date, quantity, and the price itself. You can also add appointments or classes that your clients have had in the past or maybe in the future that haven't been paid yet to make sure they pay you for those appointments. So you can quickly view all past and upcoming appointments with that specific client, and you can select one or many and add them to your invoice. So you're actually combining an invoice with all of this. You can also add services. So by clicking on the plus service, you'll view all services available in your platform and you're able to add services to that invoice. You can also add products. By selecting add products, you can choose products from your list. If you are selling products on top of your services, that allows you to add them to your invoices and charge your client at the end of the appointment. To get more information on how to add products and manage inventory, I invite you to communicate with us or search for the information on our documents, help documents online. Another thing you could do with your invoice is add a tip. If you want to add the tip that your clients are giving you on your invoice, you can quickly do it here by simply clicking on that little add button, select preset options, or add a custom amount. Once you're ready with and happy with that invoice, you can send it to your client. That button send there allows you to send it directly by email or by phone number, by SMS to your client. You can also print your invoice. So quickly by hitting the print button, you'll be able to see the full invoice where you can see we actually add your logo and your business information. You can whether save it as PDF or print it and give it in the hand of your customer. Once the invoice is done and ready to go, you'll be ready to collect payments. So you have a few options. First of all, if you wish, we have an option to take credit cards on GoRendezvous. That option allows you first, right upon booking, to whether charge for a deposit, the full amount of the invoice itself, or even just ask for a credit card that would be safely encrypted to your client's account on Stripe. If you want to charge your client with that credit card after the appointments, you can use the Pay Now button. That button allows you to whether pay directly with the credit card on file or with a new credit card, or even just to add a credit card on file. Say we're trying to pay with a new credit card. You can select the button, click on that button there, choose the amount that will be paid on that credit card, say full amount here, and then add all the information for your client's credit card. By clicking on the pay button, the client will be charged automatically on that credit card. If you're being paid by any other payment methods, whether it's cash, e-track, e-transfers, check, and all that, you can simply close off your invoice by adding a payment here. So by adding a payment, you can select the different options that are there for you. You can customize that to really fit what you just specifically using. So say client is paying cash here, I can select the cash payment method. I'll choose the amount that I'm registering as a payment cash, say total amount here, and we'll see that the invoice is now paid, the balance is zero, and there's a cash payment registered. That is important to do. if you want your bookkeeping, your revenue accounting to be up to date on your platform. We'll take a look at generating your revenue reports shortly here. One last item I want to mention. If you're sending your invoices to your clients and you are connected with Stripe for online payment, your clients will have the option to pay online with a button, whether it's sent by email or by phone. Once the payment is registered, you'll want to most likely be sending a receipt for insurance to your clients. To do that, what you'll do is you'll go at the bottom of the appointment. You still have the invoice here. That's not what you want for a receipt. Next button on the right, that is the receipt for insurance that has all the professional information the insurers will need. By clicking on that, you'll automatically generate the receipt for that service. What you'll see here at the top left, you'll have all your professional information. This information you'll create on your receipt template when you're setting up your profile, and it will automatically appear on your receipt afterwards. You'll get here information on the appointment itself, that is generated automatically according to the service chosen. You can add your logo. You'll see now it's being paid, and you can add on your signature. Then all you need to do is simply send by email the receipt to your client. They'll receive it in their mailbox and they'll be able to collect their insurance. Now that we've seen how to manage invoices, register payments, and send receipts, we'll take a look at how to generate your revenue reports. To do that, you'll be able to go on the left bar here in the billing section. The billing section allows you to generate revenue reports, to view all invoices, view different transactions registered on the platform, have a visit history, even see insurance payments if you need. What we want to take a look at today is generating revenue reports. You have a couple options. You can whether generate revenue reports by services to see the amount of services done for a specific period of time, or by invoice to really see the details of all invoices done and services for a specific period of time. So what you want to do now is use those filters to be able to define what report you want to see. So first option, locations. If you do have multiple locations, you can pick a specific location to generate revenue reports for that location specifically, or select all. You can pick a specific professional or go for all professionals if you want to have a report for everyone or for the full clinic. Now, very important, in the time selection here, make sure to choose a time for which you want to be generating that report. So say this month here. You can also choose a specific client if you want to see revenues for a specific client. And you can filter to see remaining balances or to see all paid and unpaid invoices here. What you do when you've generated or used those filters, you'll be able to see for the period selected total revenue you've charged. You'll be able to see the taxes you've collected for that specific period of time if you do charge taxes, the payments you've received. You will see also insurance payments. That is if you collect directly through the insurers with TELUS eClaims. This will be done in another video. You can always ask us for more information on that feature if you wish so. You also see a balance here. So balance will be whether an outstanding invoice that hasn't been paid by your client or simply maybe an invoice where the payment hasn't been registered yet. So what you see down here will be all the dates for the period selected, your clients, the information on the services themselves, the total taxes, if there's a tip, if payment has been registered, and you'll see if there is a balance here. So to give you an example, if I'm scrolling down in my revenue report, I'll be able to see that I have one invoice here that is still open, showing in red. So what you can do now, you have two options, whether the client didn't pay you, or maybe you simply forgot to register the payment. In both cases, what you can do is simply click on that little invoice icon here to open up the invoice associated to that specific service. What you'll see in that section, well, first of all, if Jean here hasn't paid you, you can send him the invoice again to make sure he pays for that specific invoice. You can add a note, please pay me, or your information for intra-key transfer, for example, in that section. If in the case that the client, you simply didn't register the payment, so you forgot to add in your payment, which can happen, all you need to do is simply go in here, add a payment, choose the payment method that the client has paid you with, say intra-key transfer. for your total amount if that's the case, and then register that payment, which will be closing off the invoice. So if I go back to my accounting now, it's now up to date and I have a full report with all invoices collected. Now what you want to do, if you want to do your bookkeeping with that revenue report, you can simply scroll back to the top and then export or print that report. Exporting a report will allow you to generate a Excel file with all your data that you can use to do your bookkeeping afterwards. So by using these little steps, you'll be able to have an up-to-date billing on GoRendezvous. All right, thank you for watching our billing tutorial. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out.